If you ask the average person, what makes a leader charismatic? The usual response would be that they're a great speaker, they're the life of the party, they have a magnetic personality that just made you want to be near them. We would likely think of someone with a great deal of swagger and overwhelming presence, and probably someone who did most of the talking. But I would argue that one of the most undervalued leadership qualities is the capacity to be truly present with others and to listen to them deeply. I call it reverse charisma. Let's take two of the most charismatic people of our generation as an example. Former US President Bill Clinton and Mother Teresa. Now, outwardly, these two people don't have much in common. One is very rich, one was very poor. One ran a powerful country, the other an organization of volunteers. One was a lifelong celibate, and, well, you know. But everyone who met both these people will tell you that they had one important thing in common, which was that when you were with them, you felt like you were the only person in the world. They were both known for truly being present and for taking a deep interest in others. Clinton, for example, is known to remember the names of people he met only once and often years ago, and often to remember very specific things about the conversation they had, even if it was a long time ago. Mother Teresa had little of what we normally think of as charisma. She was a quiet woman who had very little of the leadership swagger that we often associate with great leaders. In fact, towards the end of her life, she was so busy that she had appointment after appointment all day long of people coming to see her. But what was fascinating is that a friend of mine who was there at many of those appointments said that when someone came to meet with Mother Teresa, at the time a Nobel Prize winner and a guaranteed future saint, she let the other person do almost all of the talking. You see, rather than demand the stage, Mother Teresa gave them the stage. You see, true charisma is not the capacity to make yourself seem important, but the capacity to make other people feel important. Far too many leaders forget this important truth. You see, the best leaders I have ever worked with are truly present, take a deep interest in you and your life. They are far more concerned about making you feel significant than showing you how significant they are. You see, leadership presence, the capacity to be truly present and listen to others, is a skill we can develop and hone. For example, practice listening to people more deeply, giving them your one-pointed attention. Practice asking someone more questions about themselves and talking less about yourself. A survey was taken recently of CEOs, asking them the most important quality they look for in someone they would like to promote to a senior position. Surprisingly, the number one quality was the ability to listen. That's right, listen. There is a side benefit, by the way, to being more present and focusing on people when they are with you. In a time when we are all incredibly busy, it seems there is never enough time to spend with the people who are important to us, whether at work or in our families. And research shows that when we are truly present with others, making eye contact, not multitasking or appearing distracted, people feel we spent twice as much time with them as we actually did. On the other hand, the research shows that when we appear distracted and not truly focused on someone, they report having spent about half as much time with us as we actually did. So take a tip from Mother Teresa and Bill Clinton. When someone is in front of you, treat them like they're the only person in the world at that moment. Make it your mission to make them feel important instead of showing them how important you are. You might be surprised that suddenly people start talking about how charismatic you are.